Welcome to episode 4 off the bench. This is a side podcast to the Quick Hands. This is where we do a little bit of an interview. A little interview show style.
Yeah.
So a little bit different to the usual pod. But we've got George here with us.
Hey,
Me and George, I'm hosting today, first time. Be gentle, jeez. Hope you all had a great weekend. Georgie, how'd you go, mate, the weekend? All good?
It was a weekend, and we're doing this on the Tuesday, which is Anzac Day, and it's strange being home.
It is.
It's strange being home, but we're home.
It is unusual, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, I thought we'll do something different today, mate. For Off the Bench, what I was going to do, mate, is I was going to go through all the... we're about a third of the way through the season. So why don't we go through all the teams, 1 to 16, 17.
17 now.
Yeah,
17 now. Fins
we
up.
can make it 18 and include the bye, but we don't have to. So we'll go through the 17 teams. I want you to give me a rating of better than expected, as expected, or below par. Okay?
Oh, okay.
So as I go through these teams, let me know your thoughts, mate. All right.
Okay.
So let's start.
Can we talk a little bit about the
Absolutely.
The teams?
I'll give me an explanation why you have that rating for that team.
Let's do it.
So if we start at the top of the ladder, we've got the Brisbane Broncos. Now, is this team better than expected, or did you expect them to go as good? Or
No, I thought they might scrape into the 8. So,
Really?
Yeah, but they're coming first, and they look outstanding. And I can't believe the difference that Reece Walsh has made. He just lights everything up. And again, Payne Haas. He's a franchising changing player. He's a special human being.
yeah,
So they're well. I think they're well ahead of schedule. They're better than expected. I think the best is yet to come. What can I say? They're outstanding, all of them. And the kids are not kids anymore.
that's right.
They're all got 50 NRL games underneath the belt. It's a shame that Farnworth's going, but he's outstanding. The forward pack just keeps on rolling. Ricky, I never thought Ricky was that good.
He's great.
He runs some vicious lines. I mentioned Haas. And the ringmaster pulling all the strings, Mr. Reynolds.
That's it.
So well above that, I thought. I just hope they don't have a mid-year collapse again.
Yeah,
I don't think they will. Adi.
yeah, absolutely. How good a buy has Reynolds been? He's just a steadying ship, isn't he, for that team? He's been fantastic. Absolute great buy.
The key. You can say the key for him.
The key, absolutely. Now, second on the ladder, we're a third of the way through. We have the Manly Seagulls.
The Manly, how'd they get there?
Now,
How'd they get there?
how did they get there?
I don't think they've been playing that well.
Exactly, mate. In saying that, the team coming second is 6 points from the team coming second last. So it's been tight. So we've got Manly as second. What's your rating of that, mate? Better, as expected, or below par? What do you expect?
Well, right now, where they're sitting on the table, you got to say better than expected.
Better, yep.
But I don't think. So if you told me who's second, I wouldn't say Manly. I don't think they're playing like a team who's coming second. That's just my opinion. They've improved from last year, yes. We haven't seen the best from Tommy yet. I think Tommy's playing with an injury or something on his mind. But, I mean, we found players like
Olakauatu, who played last year. This is his second year.
It is his second year, but he's really showing his wares now.
Absolutely. They're even talking him up for Origin, possibly.
Yeah, he will, mate. He will put a Blues jumper. I think he's going around him. I'm not sure. The jury's out on Manly. The jury really is out on Manly. I'm not sure what I'm watching. I'm not sure what I'm seeing. I mean, they just played the Tigers, and they're sure they beat the Tigers, but it wasn't very convincing. So the jury's out. But have they improved from last year? I think they have improved. Yeah. And I think at glimpses, like when they're home, they play far better. So let's watch his space. I'm not sure if they'll make the top 4 at the end of the year, but right now they're second, and you can't take it away from them.
And they've got a new coach, so that's a big adjustment. Yeah, the professor, and let's hope the Pride jersey doesn't come in this week, because after that they'll probably lose every game after that. No, but
there's no Pride jersey. No Pride jersey.
Let's have a look. Let's say cross that bridge if it gets there. It gets there.
Poor Desi.
I don't know if it's going to happen, but we'll see.
Poor Desi.
Now, third we had Penrith, mate. Now they're the current premiers.
Interesting. Very, very
Better,
interesting.
as expected, or worse, mate, or below par?
I'm going to say as expected.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen the rugby league that we saw last year from them.
Mm-hmm.
I still think they need time to get it together. Look, what they showed us last Friday night against Souths really was outstanding. But last year they would win those games.
Yeah.
Now they've got to fight with everybody else. But they'll learn that because they've grown up since 14, flogging every team in front of them and going through undefeated seasons of undefeated, being undefeated when they were 14, when they were 15, when they were 16 in balls, in mats. I mean, they didn't lose a game basically. All those. So they're learning something new. I think even Ivan Cleary is learning something new.
Yeah.
He made a few errors maybe on the weekend. Mm-hmm. At the moment, where they're expected, and you got the stats there, I'm going to guess that they're the best defensive team in the comp. Am I right?
Unfortunately, I don't have those stats, mate.
Okay.
All I can tell you is they've won 4 out of their They're only won 4 out of 6 games, man. They've had a bye, and 4 wins out of 6, so they've lost 2. So
look, the table in general, I think, is a little bit, I don't know, perspective more than anything else.
In defence, they have conceded the least points. They're on 99 points, which is under the triple figures. The only team under triple figures.
There you go. That's what's going to hold them instead. So they'll be top 4. And the biggest reason is they can defend their mistakes. So, but look, that's about right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Third, that's about right, isn't it, Artie?
That's right, mate. Yeah. 4th is South Sydney. They've played 8. They've won 5. What's your expectations of that? Did you see them coming good? They're on 10 points. They're equal, really, with Penrith. Equal third on points.
And how many points?
They're on 10 points, and the Broncos are on 14. So they've had 2 more extra wins than Souths.
Okay. I honestly thought that Souths would be coming first.
Yeah.
At this moment.
So below par.
No, I'm going to go. I'm going to go par, or we're expected.
Okay, as expected.
But I sort of I thought in myself that they'll be coming first, and they'll probably lead the comp all year. I thought.
Okay.
That's how good I think they are, and I in the preview this year I said they'll be in the grand final if not win it. Mm-hmm. I still stick to my guns there. What we saw last Thursday or Friday, I'm not sure. Yeah. They were outstanding. They were really good. Mm-hmm. And when Latrell does what Latrell does once a month, they're virtually unbeatable. I think.
Yeah.
About that, and let's not forget some of the youngsters are developing.
Exactly. You got Ilias' second full year.
year. And you know what? Campbell, it's like his first year because we haven't seen that quality from Campbell. I mean, he'll put a Blues jumper on. I don't think there is anyone else to be on the wing.
Yeah,
he's showing his wares. So look, they're thereabouts. Mm-hmm. That's about right.
Okay, team coming 6th. Mm-hmm. I think I know what you're going to say with this one. We have the Warriors.
The Warriors.
Okay, they're coming 6th.
Love them.
Surely they've got to be better than expected. Did you see them coming 6th?
Webster who?
And playing as good a football or the style of football that they're playing?
Well, first of all, I'm going to say Webster who?
Exactly.
How good is he?
Yep.
How good? If the battle of the Penrith coaches, he's outweighing Mr. Popular by far. He's a really good coach, and you can see it not from the play. You can see by how together they are. You know what I mean? They play as a unit. They're outstanding. They're really good. I'm surprised they're 6th. I thought they would have been 4th.
Exactly. You're right.
They seem to be better. And the games they've lost, they've just lost them.
Exactly.
So they're outstanding. They're good. Tell me, talk to me.
Well, you were surprised as me when the Warriors announced Webster was going to be the coach for next year. Were you surprised thinking, who the hell is this guy? Where did they find? We thought he was just the guy bringing the coffees. He was always in the box there, but we never really saw him talking much to Cleary. It was always Ciraldo. They pictured Ciraldo and Cleary, but never Webster.
Well,
clearly Webster had a lot more to do with it than what we thought.
Apparently he had. And look, the Webster who comment was made by you because we didn't know who he was.
Exactly.
Look, Ivan even said in an interview that he guessed Serrato was a loss, but he thought the Webster who was a bigger loss.
Yeah.
So, but he's proven it. He's proven us up to this point that he's a great coach and he's improved. You know what he's given to the Warriors. I think I said it last week. Somehow he's unlocked the Da Vinci Code for them to be a tough rugby league team. Now, two coaches have only done that. Okay, him and Cleary.
Yeah.
Ivan Cleary. They're the only two players who's unlocked the Da Vinci Code. You know what? Years gone by, if they would get behind in scores, they would just crumble. Mate, they're not crumbling.
Teams have had big leads on them, and they've to run them down, and not panicking. No. They're just playing normal.
Yeah.
Steadying the ship and playing.
When they beat Cronulla, and I can't remember how far Cronulla was ahead. When they beat Cronulla, they didn't panic. They played rugby league, and I used these words of lack of words. They demolished them or they pulled them apart bit by bit by bit by bit. There was no miracle passes or anything like that, you know what I mean? Or forcing the ball or trying to score on every tackle. They just very calmly went about dismantling Cronulla in little chunks.
Yeah.
And that's a sign of a very mature rugby league team.
Yeah.
That's a sign of a Penrith. That's a sign of, you know what? Broncos don't even do that yet. They're not that mature yet, or they haven't gone back behind that much on the scoreboard. So Souths will do that. Dismantle you just little increments. So you know what? They might actually end up in the top 8 and maybe in come 6th. Or 5th this year. That's a great result for them. And early signs yet. It's very early signs, but they're looking great.
Yeah, they are.
And they've got injuries.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And we've got to mention this name, Sean Johnston.
Exactly.
Has brought back the clock. I've never seen him play such a controlled game.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Now, I think I skipped over Cronulla, but I should have mentioned Cronulla before the Warriors. What's your ranking of the Cronulla Sharks? Better, as expected, or on par? Below par.
You're gonna be shocked. I think right this moment they're going better than expected.
Yeah,
they look the goods. If they can get their defense in order, their attack is.
You've got to remember they had no Nico Hines for the first 3 or 4 rounds, and he's come in and added that extra level of.
He's changed everything.
They're just brilliant.
He's changed everything.
Yeah. If you told me Nico Hines wasn't going to play the first 4 games, I'd say better than expected, absolutely, because no one, without Nico Hines, you'd think they'd struggle, but, mate.
They didn't struggle.
Top 5, man.
They played differently, but they didn't struggle.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what?
Well, a credit to the guy, Trindle, who took his spot, because I thought he was a very good player.
He's a very good
player.
I'll
be surprised if teams aren't chasing him because, this guy can play football, that's for sure.
Bulldogs should chase him, honestly. That's how good he is, I think.
Yeah.
Look, they're very good and... some noted performances. That back row, Nikora
running the Lions. Mate. No one runs the Lions better than him.
And you know what? All you have to do is run for a halfback to know that he's going to be there at that second.
Yep.
Okay. The halfback does the rest, or Hines does the rest. Okay. And when you got a fullback sweeping around you because he's a quality fullback. I forget his name, but a quality fullback at Cronulla.
Oh,
Kennedy.
Yep.
And you got Ronaldo on the flank there. Gee, anyway, they're outstanding.
They are.
And the best is yet to come too.
For sure.
So they're good.
I'll be tested. Next team is definitely one that you would never have expected to be 7th, but it's the Dolphins.
How?
Exactly.
How they
they've got to be better than expected. There's no way a new team into the comp would be 7th with 5 wins out of 8.
5 out of 8. You know what? I do realise that their pack is a half an international pack.
Yeah.
But their backs are very inexperienced. And you thought that they'll get broken down. But full credit not only to the players but to the coaching staff.
Yeah.
How they've, and you know what you can see about this team straight away. Bennett has put in the culture of the club, who we are, what we stand for. I mean, that's something that at the moment the Tigers haven't got. They don't know who they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they're going well. I'm not sure if they're going to make the 8 or not going to make the 8. At the moment, I suspect they might just miss out. But they're in the 8 now.
Yep.
They're coming 8th?
7th.
Well, then, you know, I look better, well over expectation. I had them close to the spoon. So they're doing really well. And I look forward. Every week I look forward to watching them.
Yep.
And what they did this week, well, they're in the history books already.
Yep.
The biggest comeback of all time.
Exactly.
So,
Breaking records in his first year.
yeah.
That's fantastic, Dolphins. Now, to round out the 8, we've got the Melbourne Storm. Better, as expected, or below par. They did lose a lot of cattle, mate. So you'd think they would be expected to struggle a little bit, but to 8th spot,
I don't know. I can't work Storm out. You tell me. Okay, let's imagine Pappenhausen comes back in the next month, they say, as good as he was. Let's say that happens. Okay? What do you think?
yeah, it's going to change him, definitely. Not that Meany hasn't played a bad game. I think he's been really
outstanding
good. But he will add something to it. But I think it's the forwards that are really struggling because Bromwich, and we can see the Dolphins. Look at the Dolphins. Yeah. Well, the Dolphins have got the Melbourne
pack,
most of the pack. So, I think that the forwards just need to aim up a little bit, and they'll get there. You know, Bellamy, he'll get them fired.
They'll make the 8 because of John Crease.
I expected them to be around there, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you think they're playing at the moment?
Hot and cold. They've won some good games against some good teams, and they've lost some games when you thought they were going to win. So at the moment, they're hard to pick at the moment, but you can see they've got bits and pieces of what has made them a good side. So it'll get there.
The
first 6 rounds is always a lottery.
It is, but may I say before, but now that's the top 8. May I say that I don't think in recent memory, I can't remember the last time the competition was so even. Now, you know, is that the salary cap? Is that bringing up kids for everybody? I don't know. I really don't know what it is. Is it the fatigue in the game? I don't know what exactly it is. I'm enjoying watching such an even competition, and the top 8, which for once we've got some new players in there, some new teams in there, which is exciting. The Warriors, the Dolphins. I'm sure there's someone else as well.
Yeah.
So it's at this stage of the game, quarter way through the year, it's been probably one of the most special years that I can remember.
Sure.
About the grounds are full.
Grounds are full, yeah.
Grounds are full. The ratings are up.
The ratings are up, absolutely.
And sorry, before you go on, I'll let you speak now. England Super League, the grounds are full.
Yeah.
The ratings are up. So I don't know, what does that mean? I always come back to the World Cup, off the World Cup. I might be completely wrong, but
yeah,
is there a chance the World Cup has given us some interest? I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
You think that's part of it?
It could be.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a huge increase, spike in crowd numbers, which is good. Could it be the COVID thing? All these lockdown, people were unaware of, unsure about going in and out. People are more comfortable now and realise what they missed out on those years being locked up. Maybe
that's I never thought of it that way because COVID seems such a long time ago, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
I
know it does.
Last January, not this one. The last one, we were in lockdown.
Exactly.
So it was just the other day.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, if you're in tipping comps, you're lucky to get three or four right.
Yeah, I'm okay, man.
Because it's such an even comp. Anyone can win on the day, which is really good. Now, we'll round out the last 8. We'll just go quickly through those ones. So we've got the Roosters at 9. What's your rating on those ones, mate? Would you say they were better than expected, as or below par for the Roosters
interesting.
at 9th?
Look, yeah, okay. So they're below par of what we all expected. But I can see what they're trying to do. look, their star-studded.
Yeah.
Their cattle's just like they're just completely packed up.
Yeah.
As I say, they're loaded, but I can see what they're trying to do. So I'm not worried at the moment. I'm not worried at all. They've made a change, as we know.
Yeah.
So maybe that will bring benefits. But definitely below what we thought. Absolutely.
Yeah.
They're a bit below what we thought.
I think one thing I learned about Robbo being to me, is the best coach ever. This time of year, he just plays with his team around.
Yeah.
And then he knows at the back end he's just going to win a whole string of games because he did it last year.
Yeah.
They started poorly, but he was playing players there, putting players here, different styles. He settled on his formula, and then he just went bang, bang, bang. I think they won the last 10 or 12 on the trot. Yeah. That's how confident this guy is. I feel like he might be doing the same thing here. He's got a new hooker who he's trying to mould into another friend. Yeah. Which he'll get there.
He'll get there.
He's got Manu, who's playing at 5'8" this week, but
golden boot winner. I mean, I'm not going to worry about Manu.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about Manu. Put him wherever.
I expected him to be a little bit higher on the ladder.
Me
but
too.
I'm not surprised either, because at the end of the day, they're only 4 points from second, or equal second. So not a concern, but yeah, they should be a lot better, definitely. Then we've got the Gold Coast on 10th.
Okay, they're better than I thought. Much
Yep.
better than I thought. I'm surprised they're 10th because they're not playing like a number 10 team.
Yeah.
And it hurts me to say that.
I'll switch. Okay, you said they're not playing like a top 10
They're
team.
not.
Okay. In attack, you're probably right.
In defence.
But in defence, would you say that they're a top 10?
Diabolical. You tell me how many points have been against them.
Exactly.
Tell me, it's interesting. How many points? Because we know that Penrith has let in 90, or let's say 100, to round it out.
They're 189.
189. So they've let in 89 more points than Penrith. If it was
do you want me to,
80 points more than Penrith, sorry.
Yeah, Tigers have let in 182. So they've let in more points than the Tigers.
Wow. Okay, so if Justin Holbrook can address the defence, okay, and it's a big piece. If he can address the defence, mate, they'll be in the top 8. Because they play with ball in hand. They play as good as any team.
Yeah.
I mean, how did they stretch Penrith? I mean, Penrith wasn't at their best that day, but they stretched Penrith.
Yeah.
They've stretched everybody they've played. They haven't been flogged this year.
Penrith has scored 162 points, 175. Titans 162. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's amazing. They're just very good in attack.
Yeah.
Very poor in defence.
I enjoy watching them.
Yeah, they are. They're good.
I enjoy watching Titans.
If you like points.
I enjoy watching.
Knights 11th.
Isn't it funny? These two teams are always together and they're always mirroring each other. Hey, tell me how many points they've let in.
The Knights have let in 172.
So they got issues as well.
So their issues, but their attack is better than the Titans. 167. So
yeah, they can attack.
They can attack.
I enjoy watching them. I think they're better than we expected, and same thing as the Titans. If they can get their defense in order, it's pretty good. They've unearthed some new players. The Frizzell's playing playing at his best, like he was at St George. How good's our favourite fullback and the buy of the year?
Lachlan Miller, he's been great.
And
he's bought the right players, hasn't he?
He has. He has.
The halfback, control freak.
The control freak,
Hastings, Tyson Gamble, Lachlan Miller.
He's got it right. He's got it right.
Perfect formula. Marzu, the winger, a huge guy.
He's an animal. And you know what? One of these teams, I think, will be pushing for the 8. I think by the end of the year, we'll be pushing for the 8. And the 8's going to be formed in for and against, you know that?
Yeah.
It's for sure, for me.
For sure.
It's going to be formed on for and against this year.
Yeah. 12th, we've got the Eels. Grand finalists. They got to the grand final. Now they're 12th. They've only won 3 games out of 8. Surely they've got to be worse, below par.
On the table, on the table, they're worse than we thought. They're below par. They have had a horrendous start to the season in terms of the draw. Again, who makes the draw? Eddinghausen just he just got it wrong for Parramatta. Got it right for his team, but got it wrong for Parramatta. Eddinghausen and Miller there, but there's something wrong, but isn't there?
Yeah.
When you watch them, there's something's happening. But yeah, I'm not sure what it is, and I'm pretty sure by the end of the year they'll get it right. But at the moment, there's something. Look, they lost the whole back row.
They did. They lost the back row, and I still, for the life of me, can't understand losing Marnie, getting not offering
Mistake.
him. They should have kept him.
Mistake.
He's a huge loss.
Mistake.
I know that if they were going to bring in Hodgson, they would have had to change his style to suit him because he doesn't play a style that he doesn't need a dominant halfback. No. He does a lot himself.
He's the halfback, yeah.
Exactly. And then getting a guy like that to just feed the halfback, what a waste of money that was, and it's a poor experiment. So
waste of money.
Yeah. All right, mate. So Parramatta's below expected, that's for sure. St George are on 13th.
I'm not going there.
Parramatta. Me for St George?
Yeah.
Expected. I didn't expect them to go well. They had an easy draw, but I expected them to be this poor.
Is there any improvement in the back end of the year?
No. It's not. It's last year. It's the same I'm watching this year. It's not much there. Look, same mistakes. I don't know. It's terrible. As a Dragon supporter, there's nothing there. Oh, look, at the start when Sullivan was playing, we saw a little bit of creativity there. There was a little bit of spark. But now we're getting back to the old boring habits. Give it to Hunt and let Hunt try and 2 hit-ups, give it to Hunt. You know what I mean? That's all we're watching now, and they're not going to win games. That's not a style you're going to make a final. Where
do you think they're going to end
up? If they don't sort out the coaching situation quickly, I'm looking at 15th. Wow. I can't see them getting better. It's just been poor. As a Dragon supporter, it's frustrating. Cowboys, they got to 14th, man. That's the biggest.
I'm so disappointed.
Yeah.
I don't understand. And you know the funny thing is, fundamentally or stylistically, they're playing exactly the same. There's no difference, and even the players are running the same lines. But for some unknown reason, it's just not cutting through. Now, they won last week, and it was a gritty, grindy, ugly victory, but they just needed a victory. It didn't change stylistically from last week at all. Now, you're going to talk about a second-year syndrome.
No, I'm going to tell you that they've only conceded 13 points less than the Tigers, and last year the whole season was built on defence.
It was D.
Their defence was so strong, and their attack just came on the back of that. Okay. And it's like they're not worrying about defence anymore. They think they can just get over the top of anyone. No. Their defence has been really disappointing, to be honest.
Well, you know what? This is on to Todd Payton. He done a fantastic job last year, I thought, and we'll call him the coach of the year. It falls onto him to because he's got the same team. They should be top 2. I called them for the grand final. I'm wrong. I'm really wrong here.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in them a lot. Disappointed.
Do you want to show? I'll tell you an interesting stat though.
Sure.
They've played the Warriors twice and lost twice, right? Now, just say they won those 2 games as you would expect based on last year's form.
Yep.
They would be top 4.
No.
Instead, where are the Warriors? Top 4. There you go.
Look, that tells me that there's a chance if they get on a winning run, and they've got it in them. We saw it last year. They've got it in them. If Todd can fix something, whatever's wrong there, maybe they can improve. I'd like them to improve. I like the Warriors. I like the Titans.
Me too. The Cowboys.
I like the Cows. I like the way they played. And of course, the only Egyptian Cowboy supporter in the world will be disappointed at the moment.
He's freaking out, mate. That's for sure. To round out, mate, we've got 3 more teams to go. We've got the Raiders. They finished on 15th, mate. They're on 15th at the moment.
Disappointing.
Are they past? Disappointing? Yeah, absolutely.
Disappointing. We expected better from them. There's something missing. They had a last-up victory. Maybe super coach there, Ricky, Mad Ricky can improve them. There's something going on. I don't even enjoy watching them play.
Yeah.
There's sometimes I just enjoy watching Newcastle. They can lose, but I enjoy watching them play.
Yeah.
Titans.
Yeah.
But for some reason, they're just a dour, dark team.
A lot of injuries too, mate.
They have got injuries.
Yeah.
They have got injuries, and Jack's got something on his mind. So Jack hasn't been playing well either. But I can't give them a pass.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And the last two, mate, we've got the Dogs and the Tigers who finished around that spot last year.
In terms of position on the ladder, I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
And below par. But on the field, what I see improvement.
Yeah.
I see periods in the game of immense improvement.
Yeah.
Then I see periods in the game which, back to last year, sort of rubbish that they used to produce on Adi. But in general, I really believe that they're on the right track. Now, I really don't believe they'll finish there. I believe they might finish a few notches up on the table. But right this moment, looking at the table, disappointing.
Yeah.
Disappointing.
And the Tigers, mate, as expected?
The Tigers. How much more can we bash the poor Tigers?
I know.
As expected, disappointing. Basket case. That's sacked from the top to the bottom.
Yep.
Okay. What is Sheen doing again? Because it doesn't look like he's coaching any team. Is Benji coaching? Who knows what's happening? They bought well.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? If you're going to have an argument with your chief playmaker, or guess what? If you're a coach and you don't get along with him, maybe you should get along with him because they're hard to find chief playmakers. So get rid of the control freak. No, the control freak. When you got rid of the control freak.
Oh, yeah.
That's what
Hastings,
they need.
yeah.
They're screaming for a control in half at the moment.
I know. That was
If they had a control in half, they would have won. They would have beat Manly on the weekend. Okay, so good on you, Shainesy. Good on you. I just really hope they've got heaps coming through, because that's the only thing that's going to save them. Youngsters coming through, mate.
That's it. Well, that rounds out, mate. That's it. We've
Is
done
it over?
all 17 teams, and it looks like the end of this show. So thank you for joining us.
My pleasure. It was good to rip through them, and we tell everybody what we think of them. We're probably all wrong, but
that's our report card so far. When the kids go to school and they get the half-yearly report.
Yeah.
Well, that's the quarterly report there for us, or the thirdly report, because it's a third of the way.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll see some of those teams improve. Thanks for joining us, guys. And that was Off the Bench, episode 4.
Happy Rugby League, everyone.
Happy Rugby League. Cheers.
Bye.